y'all doing? This Soldier 100, sophisticated OG, uplifting leaders, joining all humanity. Keep it 100 with God and your family, you dig? Our motto here is lead or be led, and never lose your head. Cry now, laugh later. We're going to put in the work now so later on we can really enjoy life like we want to. You know what I'm saying? My mission statement is to help all men reach their highest potential in life and restore their position as boss kings at the headship in every aspect of life, creating a bond of loyalty and respect in the community. That is the mission statement. For those of you who don't know me, I am the CEO of BossKing Mindset YouTube channel, and we are in the volume Developing the Right Mindset. Today's episode is episode number 9. It is episode 9. And the title of today's episode is Enduring Temptation and Standing Firm. I'm going to give you 5 points or 5 steps to stimulate your mind as you begin to develop a BossKing mindset that will help you to endure temptation and stand firm. Starting off with number 1. Step 1, you need to recognize your weaknesses. Okay? This is a big key to life as a whole, especially for you young men. I know that you're going to have to learn a lot of things about yourself throughout the years, but this is a key thing that you want to pay attention to, your weaknesses. Not to, put yourself down or anything like that, or to recognize being less than or anything like that. It's just your weak points, the points where you're more vulnerable to making bad decisions or doing things that you really don't want to do. Things that will not benefit your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you know being around alcohol is not good for you because every time you're around, drinking, you just gotta have a cup, and then you gotta have another one and another one. But you play sports, and it's hard for you to maintain your physical, ability drinking so much. That might be your weakness. So you gotta be aware of that to know, okay, I can't be around that, or I can't be around this group of people, at this particular time per se. Another example might be, you don't have to be necessarily dealing with drugs. You might know that if you don't get up early in the morning and work out, you're not going to work out the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's your weakness. I guess being, lazy throughout the day, the rest of the day. But if you get up in the morning early and work out right away, then, you'll go ahead and have the energy to do it. So your weakness might be, waiting, till after you already done did stuff that you wanted to do in the morning, and waiting too late to the point to where don't have the energy or the motivation to work out. So that might be your weakness. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing out some things straight off the top of my dome, but basically you want to recognize your weaknesses, you want to pay attention to your weaknesses, and you want to begin to just be more aware of your surroundings and what you're involving yourself in, so that you don't put yourself in a position where you're weak-minded and you're going to be thrown off. You want to surround yourself around people and things that's going to make you stronger, and the things that you are good at and the things that you are strong in. So that's something that I definitely try to do as well, is recognize my weaknesses so that I can continue on a focused path. But by doing this will definitely help you eliminate a lot of drama and stress and confusion about, your life. So remember that. Recognize your weaknesses so you don't give in to them. All right. Step number 2 is know when to leave. Know when to leave. Whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's, a certain situation that just happened randomly, unexpectedly, you got to know when to leave. Sometimes you can debate. Sometimes you can, confront a situation. But sometimes the best thing to do is just leave. You feel me? If it's bringing down your morale, you find yourself coming out of character, dealing with this person or dealing with this situation, you know what I mean? Like, just leave. You got to know when to leave. A lot of cats have got locked up in prison for the simple fact that they didn't know when to leave. They didn't know when to let it go. You're not going to win every battle, you know what I'm saying, physically or verbally. Sometimes leaving is winning, you know what I mean? Like, being on another level mentally, knowing that, okay, I already can see how this situation going to go. I already know what's going to happen. Let me just leave. Let me just eliminate myself out of this whole, you know what I'm saying, environment completely. Then I ain't got to worry about whatever is going on, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So step number 2 is know when to leave. This is good for you young men. A lot of you older men already know, you know what I'm saying, but some older men need to know when to leave too. Leave if you have to, or if it's going to be more beneficial for you, you know what I'm saying, safer for you, and bring you closer to prosperity and being productive. Just go ahead and leave. Be man enough to know when it's time to leave. All right, step number 3 is never argue with a fool. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever got in a conversation with somebody or a debate and y'all talking and it's like everything you say, they don't understand nothing you saying because they still trying to debate and argue you down about their point, and you making valid points. You know what you're saying is factual and it makes sense and it's logical, but this person is constantly basically ignoring everything you saying and only stuck on what they saying, and then what they saying don't make no sense. They're making a fool out of themselves. Why would you sit there and keep going back and forth with that person? Don't argue with that person. Just sometimes it's better just be silent. You know what I'm saying? Just don't argue with them. Ignore them. Let them keep talking and running their mouth. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Because it's not worth it. Arguing with a fool, that's basically making you retarded. Because you already know they slow. You know they don't get it. And every breath after you realize and recognize that they are a fool, a straight up bona fide fool, you are a fool for sitting there arguing with them and debating with them. So never argue with a fool. Let a fool be a fool. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell a fool nothing. They know everything. They feel like what they doing and what they talking about is more important than anybody, and they not open, you know what I'm saying, and receptive to instruction, advice, you know what I'm saying, or common sense. So never argue with a fool. That's step number 3. Step number 4. This is a big one that we all have to work on. Stick to your decisions. Step number 4. Stick to your decisions. From time to time, as a man, you will make a decision and you may have to change that decision. I understand that because we all trying to figure out what we need to do and which direction we want to go, and sometimes things do change. Sometimes we try something and it don't work out like we planned, so we have to reevaluate the situation and re-strategize, you feel me? But you want to learn how to stick to your decisions, and that goes hand in hand with your word being your bond. Like a lot of the old school OGs used to say, my word is my bond. That means whatever you say is what you mean, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing faulty in it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no flaw in it. Ain't no, indecisiveness in it. Your word is your bond. What you say, you mean. What you say you gonna do, that's what you gonna do. So stick to your decisions. Practice sticking to your decisions. And a better way to be able to do that is make sure that you're making the decision that you truly want to make. The right decision. The more beneficial and healthy decision for your life as a whole. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. You feel me? And as you start to make decisions like that, it'll be easier to stick to it because you know that the decision you made is something that's going to help you in the long run. So you want to learn to stick to your decisions. and don't let nobody waver you or throw you off from what you decided to do. As a man, you do it, and however it turns out, you accept it as a man and take it as a learning lesson, and whatever you need to change, you change. Whatever can stay the same, you keep it the same. But try to practice and discipline yourself to stick to your decisions. Last but not least, step number 5. You want to be ready to stand alone if you have to. Step number 5 is to be ready to stand alone if you have to. You feel me? Sometimes in life you are gonna be alone on a decision you made, or as far as maybe a business idea you have, or a change you might need to make. You may have to stand alone, so you need to prepare your mind, to understand that if I have to stand alone, I'm still going to do what I gotta do. I'm still gonna think how I think. I'm still gonna move how I wanna move, I don't care if it's, me personally, I don't care if it's 10,000, 20,000 people that's standing right in front of me telling me, nah, you shouldn't do that, and we ain't gonna back you up. I don't care. You ain't gotta back me up. That's why I told y'all in one of my other videos that God is the one that you need, only God, because He will have your back. He will protect you. He will guide you. You know what I'm saying? He will give you the strength you need to endure all things. You feel me? So, I'm ready to stand alone. I have stood alone several points in my life, and actually it's better because I don't have to deal with so much stupidity, and ignorance around me. I can control my environment better, in certain situations, but I still have friends and, do things from time to time, but I'm very selective with how I spend my time. But you really want to learn how to be ready to stand alone at any moment, any given time. If people are with you and y'all cool and everything, and all of a sudden they don't want to mess with you and they ain't rocking with you no more, so what? That's how you gonna train yourself. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, do your thing, man, it's all good. I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Peace out. You know what I mean? Be ready to stand alone. And I promise you, you'll appreciate that lesson that you have taught yourself. So, this concludes my episode number 9, Enduring Temptation and Standing Firm. So, I want you all to like the video if you liked it. If you have comments towards the content that I put out in this video, please leave that on my YouTube channel, or you can email it to me at BossKingMindset@gmail.com. And also subscribe. I'm trying to get my 1,000 subscribers up. Only subscribe if you feeling what I'm saying. If you're not, I'm not begging. But I would definitely like for you to subscribe if you like some of the things that you heard and if it's helpful to you. Like I always say before I leave, if you have any songs that you want me to play on my episodes that I put out, I can play it in the beginning or the end. Just email it to me at BossKingMindset@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to send me a video idea that you would like for me to do a video on any topic, you can send that to me as well, either through email or on my YouTube page. I may miss some things, but you definitely could get in contact with me through my email. Alright, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. Before I leave, like I always say, remember, life is too short to be wasting time. You dig? And you're always too blessed to be stressed. So don't stress out, homie. You feel me? Enjoy your life. Soldier 100. Peace.